A week after the assassination of the late Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, in joint United States-Israeli strikes, Iran has finally announced his successor. The Assembly of Experts announced the decision just after midnight Tehran time, announcing the son of the former Supreme Leader, Mojtaba Hosseini Khamenei, as the leader of Iran. Mojtaba Khamenei, the second-eldest son of Iran's longtime Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, is widely expected to take a far more hardline stance than his father. Analysts warn that his rise could usher in an even more repressive phase for the Iranian regime, tightening the grip of the country's powerful security establishment. But even as the announcement of Mojtaba's appointment sent shockwaves through the region, one major global power moved quickly to back Tehran. China issued a clear warning saying it strongly opposes any attempt to target Mojtaba Khamenei. Beijing emphasized that the selection of Iran's new supreme leader is an internal matter of Iran, carried out through the country's constitutional mechanisms. The swift show of support underscores China's growing alignment with Tehran and signals that the geopolitical stakes surrounding Iran's leadership transition could be far larger than the country's borders alone.
China firmly opposes interference in the internal affairs of other countries under any pretext. Iran's sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity must be fully respected. China urges an immediate cessation of military operations, a prompt return to dialogue and negotiation to prevent any further escalation of tension.
The reaction from Beijing came following reports that the newly appointed supreme leader may soon be targeted by Israel and the United States.
But it seems to me that any leader who comes up and says, I'm going to continue the campaign to destroy this country, then Israel is duty-bound to try to eliminate him. If there's a different leader who comes out and says, listen, I'm going to change the way Iran interacts with its neighbors and the way it looks at the world, the way we see Iran's role in the region and globally, then Israel would have no problem with it.
Washington's reaction has also been openly hostile, with Trump claiming he will be involved in the appointment of Iran's next supreme leader.
A dramatic political warning from Washington is now adding tension to an already sensitive moment in the Middle East. U.S. President Donald Trump says Iran's next supreme leader may not last long if he does not have the approval of the United States. In an interview with ABC News, Trump made the striking remark as Iran prepares to announce the successor to its longtime supreme leader. Trump said, he's going to have to get approval from us. If he doesn't get approval from us, he's not going to last long. The statement comes at a critical moment for Iran's political future. The country's powerful clerical body, the Assembly of Experts, has confirmed that it has already voted to choose Iran's next supreme leader. According to members of the Assembly, the vote has been completed and a decision has already been made. However, the identity of the new leader has not yet been officially announced. One member of the Assembly, Ahmad Alamolhoda, told Iran's Mehr news agency that the Secretariat will reveal the name of the chosen leader at a later time. The Supreme Leader is the most powerful position in Iran's political system. The role was held for decades by Ali Khamenei, who became Iran's Supreme Leader in 1989 and remained the country's highest political and religious authority. The position has sweeping powers. The Supreme Leader has the final say over Iran's military, judiciary, intelligence agencies, and nuclear policy. On the other hand, Iran has slammed Trump and insisted that the Iranian people will elect their new leader.
We allow nobody to interfere in our domestic affairs. This is up to the Iranian people to elect their new leader. They have already elected the Assembly of Experts, and the Assembly of Experts would do the job. it is only the business of the Iranian people and nobody else's business. We are retaliating. We have not started this war. It is Americans who started this war against us, attacking us, and we are defending ourselves. So it is obvious that our missiles cannot reach the U.S. Soil. What we can do is to attack American bases and American installations around us, which are unfortunately in the soils of our neighborly countries. Well, first of all, apology in our culture is a sign of dignity and strength. Secondly, he apologized from the peoples of the region for the inconveniences they have faced because of this aggression by the United States and retaliation by us. So as a matter of fact, it is in fact the President of the United States who should apologize from the people of the region and Iranian people for the killings and destructions they have done against us.
Tensions along the Israel-Lebanon border have sharply escalated after 2 Israeli soldiers were killed in a Hezbollah attack in southern Lebanon. The Israeli military confirmed that the incident occurred early this morning near an army post just across from the northern Israeli community of Manara. One of the soldiers killed has been identified as Maher Qatar, a 38-year-old Sergeant First Class and heavy machinery operator serving in the 91st Galilee Regional Division. The name of the second soldier has not yet been released by the Israeli military. According to a preliminary investigation by the Israel Defense Forces, the deadly incident began during engineering operations in the area. An armored Puma personnel carrier reportedly became stuck while operating in southern Lebanon. In response, Israeli forces dispatched another Puma armored vehicle along with 2 heavily armored D9 bulldozers to recover it. During the recovery operation, IDF said one of the bulldozers was struck by a projectile, believed to be either an anti-tank missile or a mortar fired by Hezbollah fighters. The strike triggered a massive fire, killing the 2 Israeli soldiers on the scene. One officer was also lightly wounded in the attack. But the escalation did not stop there. Earlier, Hezbollah launched a large wave of rockets towards northern Israel. Air raid sirens blared across the Israeli port city of Haifa, sending residents rushing into bomb shelters as Israeli air defense systems scrambled to intercept the incoming rockets.
Israeli media reported that more than 40 rockets were fired from Lebanon in the initial barrage alone. Some of the projectiles were described as heavy rockets capable of causing significant destruction, raising fears that the conflict could expand far beyond the border region. Several impacts were reported in and around Haifa, intensifying concerns among residents. The attacks continued to escalate rapidly. Within minutes, additional rockets and swarms of attack drones were launched toward the northern coastal city of Nahariya.
According to Israeli reports, nearly 100 launches from Lebanon occurred within just 30 minutes, placing enormous pressure on Israeli air defense systems. Thousands of civilians were forced to rush into shelters as sirens echoed across northern Israel. The barrage marks one of the most intense rounds of cross-border fire in recent weeks, fueling fears that the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah could spiral into a wider regional conflict. Military forces on both sides are now on high alert as the situation along the northern front continues to deteriorate. And with rocket fire intensifying and casualties mounting, the region is bracing for what could be the next major escalation in the Israel-Hezbollah conflict.